Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ray and thank you for joining me. I was thinking I do need to come up with an introduction, maybe. That'd be nice. Maybe I'll think of something. We'll see. Anyway, I'm in the kitties' room today. They're actually sleeping. Let me see if I can show you them. Here they are. And there's Mama Cat, if you could see her. Anyway, it's a mess in here, but excuse that. Today, oh, hold on, let's show the rest of my forehead. I've kind of kitty-proofed this room with like some old clothes and stuff, so ignore the background. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Anyway, today we're gonna finish the part 1 of 34 Things I Learned at 34. Yay! How fun! How fun! I found the book pretty easy. Yeah. Let's just jump into it. I swear, the last video I rambled on and on and on. That was a critique from my peoples, you know. They critiqued me and stated that I was a little bit rambly, so I needed to like rail it in. Also, excuse my neighbor if you guys can hear him. He tends to get real passionate on his lives, apparently. Ah, and yes, that is a shredder behind me. Oh, anyway, what did I stop off at? I don't even know. Hold on. I think we stopped at 13, 12 or 13, so I'm just going to start there. I know I did not go back and review the video to see where I stopped at, which would have been probably a great idea, which would have been much more organizational. Oh my gosh, this kitten is so stinking cute staring at me right now. Look at this. Oh, she turned her head. Hey, look at me like you were looking at me just now. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, you guys want one? We're giving them away. Anyway, okay, so let's start at 13, which is don't make emotional decisions. I feel like I talked about this on the other video, so I'm basically just gonna do like a brief thing. So don't make decisions when you're emotional, like, oh, I'm gonna leave, oh, I'm gonna like burn this house down because I'm angry, you know? Just don't do anything when you're highly emotional. Always do stuff from a calm state of mind if you're going to make any type of decisions. It's just a good idea. 14, which is where I think we stopped at, which is, why are we here? And I remember growing up in maybe around high school, maybe even middle school. Hi, Mama. That's a little Mama Cat. Maybe even in middle school, just thinking, why am I here? Like, why are we all, just as human beings, why are we here on this planet? And if you've never thought about that, why haven't you? Because that's a little weird that you haven't thought about it. So anyway, I thought about it, okay, a lot. And I came to the conclusion, upon experience, that we're here for other people. Like, there's no other reason why we're here. We're here for others. We're here to showcase as much of ourselves authentically as possible. And when we are our authentic selves, hi Mama, that's when we help. That's when we shine. That's when we explain or show or share our purpose to the world. I think we're here for other people. It might be feeding time. I think she's calling them to feed. They all literally just woke up. So cute. Anyway, number 15. Savor each day. And I can even go as far as to say savor each moment. So like, if you're having a good moment, like even now, I would say this is a great moment for me because, let's move the camera. She's kitties are on there. Like, it's a great moment because it's really nice for me to see her taking care of these 5 kittens, and I think it's so sweet. And it's sometimes we don't pay attention to the moment that we're living in. We kind of just exist, we kind of just go through the motions. We're like, okay, we do this every day. This is a normal thing, yada, yada, yada. But I think it's good to just really saturate in the moment, if you get what I'm saying. Number 16, if it scares you, do it. Usually everything that I was afraid of doing and I did, I was happier that I did that one thing, you know. Number 17, if it drains you, cut it off. So that's almost the opposite of that. So if it's something that every day you're not looking forward to, it's impacting you when you go to sleep, all of that, don't do it. Just cut it off. It's time to let it go. 18, ask for help. We all need it. This was something that I struggled with in my 20s, asking for help, because I am unfortunately an independent-minded woman, and to a lot of people, males especially, that comes off as a little bit off-putting, because I was raised to do it myself and not really ask for help. I was raised that asking for help is kind of like something that's pitiful, that's frowned upon, but honestly, I grew to learn that we need the people around us, we need the environment, we need our community, because humans are a community-based species. Like, we need each other more than we need to show off on each other, you know. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble. So we're going on for number 19, don't argue, understand. So arguments has caused a lot of issues in my life, because I am and I don't even like to call it arguing, I'm a debater. If I have my point and I believe my point, I am going to get my point across. And for someone growing up in the type of household I grew up in, that caused a lot of friction. And it still kind of does in my everyday life, but I've learned to not argue. I've learned to talk with understanding. So I've learned, actually, if I could explain it a little bit more, I've learned to listen more instead of talking. When somebody is trying to get their point across, or I'm trying to get my point across, listening has helped me get my point across a lot more than just talking. Anyway, 20, milk is not good for you. If you don't know about that, just Google. Yeah. 21, exercise. If you're slim, exercise. If you're trying to put on weight, exercise. If you're trying to lose weight, exercise. Honestly, at all sizes, exercise is good for you. So just do it. And honestly, you don't need to exercise a whole lot. You don't need to have a whole gym membership. You don't need to get a whole gym workout fit like everybody tries to show, you know, the glamorized working out and going to the gym. Honestly, you can work out at home. You can get some Amazon stretch bands. You could YouTube some workouts that pinpoint what you want to change, or what you want to fix, or what you want to enhance, or just what you want to tone, you know, and just go from there. Honestly, it's that simple. 15 minutes a week even would make a huge difference. All right. 22, drink water. And I'm working on this now that it's summertime. In the wintertime, I usually don't need to drink as much water. For some reason, my skin isn't as dry in the winter as it is in the summer. I know, very weird, but I tend to need to drink more water in the summer. So I brought out my Owala can, and I've been consuming more water because my skin is better, I function better, my stomach's better. You can't imagine how much fixes in your body just drinking enough water can do. Anyway, next, be yourself, and then be yourself even more. So what I mean by that is, be yourself. Be who you are behind closed doors, in front of people. Be who you are always, and to your fullest extent, meaning don't hide who you are, don't try to dim who you are. Be as you can possibly be every day. Look at this. just precious, precious. Anyway, sorry about the camera changes. I've been like switching this around. Okay. Let's lift you up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so where are we? 24. Turn jealousy into appreciation. This one is for women especially. This is something that I did used to struggle with, I'm not gonna lie. In my teens especially, I was very envious of the people at my school, the people in my neighborhood who were able to dress how they wanted to and express themselves in that way. They were able to hang out, you know, with each other, go places that I wasn't able to go. So I was jealous. I was jealous of women's or sometimes other people's body types, you know. So what I hated that feeling of jealousy because it doesn't go along with who I am as a person. So I fixed it. And I know that sounds kind of bold and weird and crazy maybe to say, oh, you fixed your jealousy, yeah, right? But honestly, I feel like I fixed it, and if you guys want to give it a try, please do. So this is what I did. I turned it into appreciation, and it's that simple. So anytime I felt like there was a tinge of, ooh, I wish I had that, ooh, I wanted that, oh, why isn't mine's like that? I would be like, instead I would catch myself and I would say, oh, what are we appreciating so much about this? And I would be like, oh, I really appreciate how this person has put on this attire. I really appreciate that they have an eye for color, for style. And I turn that into appreciation, and it honestly has changed my mindset on everything. I appreciate everybody for who they are and what they bring to the table. Jealousy has not really been an issue for me. So, you know, give it a go. 25, trust your gut only. I have trusted my gut almost never up until maybe a year or two ago, because I was always doubting myself, always trusting other people's instincts over my own, and it always led me in the wrong path, in the wrong way. It didn't give me the answers that I wanted, but I noticed that when I went with my gut, it always turned out properly. So trust your gut. You don't need that much candy. Number 26, put the candy down. It's not good for you. 27, clean your jewelry. I never had like any sort of skin problems, but when I started wearing jewelry, and I don't really wear, like, I do have my vintage necklaces and stuff, but I try to wear those with like a turtleneck so it doesn't actually touch my neck. But my skin can only handle like real gold. For some reason, if there's like fake jewelry on, I get like a rash or maybe eczema on my neck. So I have learned to clean my jewelry. No more eczema, no more rashes, no more anything, and only wear gold jewelry for me. Like, you guys might be able to, but for me, that part. But always wash your jewelry. 28, a clean space is a clear mind. Unlike this room right now, this is not a clean space, but thankfully the other areas in my home stay clean so that when people enter it, we have a clear mind. You set the tone for who you are, what the vibe is. Clean is better. Number 29, take your vitamins, okay? Take your vitamins. 30, choose love. If there's a choice to have revenge on somebody, choose love. If somebody's coming at you angry, be like, you know what? I'm going to choose to send love and understand and listen instead of choosing hate, okay? If there's a choice, there's always a choice. When we're posting online, when we're living our lives, we make billions of choices every day, every year, every week. Choose to love instead of hate, okay? The world would be so much more peaceful if we all did that. That's my opinion. 31, take care of your pets. They live a shorter life 9 times out of 10 than you are going to live. Make it nice for them. Sometimes they're not able to do things for themselves that maybe you could do. And yes, in our human brains, it might be not what they want, but just love on your pets. Okay, we were given the I don't know what to call it. We were given the responsibility of taking care of the animals that are, you know, helpless or maybe need our help, like the stray cat. Anyway, I can ramble on. I'm not going to ramble. I'm already at 15 minutes in this video. I promised not to ramble. So we're going on. Get pictures developed, okay? I don't know when the cameras, you know, with the printed picture immediately, what are they called? I have one. Right now, Instax is now what it's called. I have one just so I can take pictures and have them physically in my hand right then, because I really miss when we would go and get the photos developed and then we would put them in the album. Let's bring that back, because what happens if there's a collapse in online or the internet? Then how are we going to get all our pictures if all of our pictures are online? Okay, that's it. Anyway, 33, don't straddle the fence. Make a decision and stand on it. Stand on that decision. Straddling the fence, going back and forth, saying, is a waste of time. And time is money, time is energy. Time could be better spent doing something else rather than, you know, in being indecisive. Anyway, 34, never lower your standards. That's self-explanatory. So yeah, that is my 34 things that I learned at 34. Thank you. Thank you for listening. If this was boring to you, I'm sorry if you didn't like it. But if you did like it, if you found one of those lessons that I learned helpful, you know, like the video, comment some lessons maybe that you learned. Maybe there's somebody here that really needs to hear something, you know, and who knows, you could help somebody. Anyway, always choose love, and I'll see you, don't look at my lipstick. I'll see you in my next video.